Everyone, welcome to tonight's council meeting. We're going to start off with the Lindenwold Board of Health meeting. Call this meeting to order. Everyone please rise to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, roll call please.
Councilman DiDomenico, excused absence. Councilwoman Hess. Here. Councilman Lankowski.
Here.
Councilwoman Patton.
Here.
Councilwoman Sinnen. Here. President Randolph Sharp.
Here.
Mayor Rich.
Here. Approval of minutes from December 22nd, 2021. Entertain a motion, please.
So moved.
And a second, please.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Hess.
Yes.
Councilman Lankowski.
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton.
Yes.
Councilwoman Sinnen.
Yes.
President Randolph Sharp.
Yes.
Minutes for discussion. Councilwoman.
Thank you, Mayor. So tonight at 7 o'clock, the health officer is called for a code blue, and it's going to last through 7 a.m. on December 31st. He's telling everybody that temperatures are dangerously low, and it's imperative for everyone to stay inside and stay out of the elements. He also stated how important it is for our elderly residents and those with disabilities to have working heat in their homes, and that all pets should be brought inside. It's illegal for animals to be left out in extreme temperatures. It's a New Jersey law, and it's a crime for your pet to be outside with not proper shelter for more than 30 minutes when the temperatures are above 90 degrees, or, as we are now in the winter months, below 32 degrees. And the law mandates that their tether leash must be 15 feet long and has to be tied out. They cannot be tied outside overnight. Law enforcement, if they drive around, they see your dog or animal outside, they can stop and you can get a ticket. You'll start with a warning. You'll have 7 days to comply to bring your animal inside. Failure to comply, you can have fines up to $200 to $2,000. It's also the time of year we have to do our cat and dog license, so it's just a reminder if you have a cat or dog, come to the borough between now and March 30th. You need to bring a copy of your rabies certificate. It's $15 if your cat or dog is neutered, $20 if they're not neutered. Also, I reported this a couple of years ago, but I'm just going to remind people, if you get an animal from an animal shelter, they're going to tell you your animal's chipped. Your animal is chipped, meaning there's a chip in your animal, but it is not activated. So if your animal gets lost, and they run that scan over your animal and it's not activated, they're not going to know who you are to call you and say, we have your pet, come get your pet. So whoever your provider is for your chip company, just call them up. They probably won't have your dog's correct name because most people rename their dog when they get it from a shelter. Also, you want to have your correct phone number. You want to have them make sure it's activated. Now, when I first got a dog years ago and I called for this, they told me it would be $20 a month or $60 for the year. I mean, $60 for lifetime. So obviously you do the $60 for lifetime, so I didn't understand why they offer $20 a month. Now I believe it's up to $80 for lifetime. So it's just remember, if you adopt a pet, they'll say it's a chip, but it's not activated. So that's very important to think of. If you decide during the year to get a pet, just come over to the borough at that time and register your pet with the borough. For our COVID update, last week the CDC raised Camden County to high. So the last 2 months I've been reporting that we were at a medium level, so now we're at high. So they're asking everyone to consider wearing a mask indoors. And if you're at high risk, don't go to public activities that are indoor. If you're living with somebody who's high risk, consider yourself to test at home often, just so you know where you're standing and wear a mask when you're around them. Yesterday, Camden County announced how many COVID tests they had from December 24th to December 27th. There was 399 new cases. 10 of these cases are Lindenwold residents. So when I look at the numbers for each day, for these 4 days, December 25th, Lindenwold had 5 new cases. just on that one day. But out of these 10 cases, the rest, it was like 2 days, one day you might have 2, another day you might have 1. But for some reason, Christmas Day had a lot. The CDC is also letting everyone know that the COVID numbers are on the rise. The RSV infection, that usually perks in December, between December and January. This year, their peak was in September and mid-November, and that's the highest since 2018. The flu also hit us 6 weeks ahead of schedule. So 150,000 people in the country had the flu with 9,300 deaths nationally. And they're expecting to see with the Christmas holidays and everything that in the next 2-3 weeks, there's going to be a lot of spikes with all 3 of these viruses. So they want people to really think and wear a mask, wash your hands, wipe everything down, and start doing the same practice we did before. The medical professionals are also reporting to the CDC a rise in pediatric intensive Group A strep. But actually it will affect all people, but it's hitting children a little harder. So the symptoms are a sore throat that can quickly come and be more painful within the 48 hours, pains when you're swallowing, fevers, redness of tonsils, and sometimes your tonsils have like white patches on them. That's all strep throat. The bacteria lives within your nose and throat, and people who have the infection can spread this by talking, coughing, or sneezing. So once those droplets get out, if they get you, then you're going to have a shot of getting strep throat. And because of the strain and the way it's acting towards the public and everything, that it's very important that if you have these symptoms for 48 hours, they do want you to go get medical advice and go see your doctor, see what you have. They can give you antibiotics and get this cured before it goes any further. Okay, and that's all I have for the health department. Thank you.
I'm going to include this as far as the health department, but our reorg meeting that we're having next week is going to be mask mandated. You'll have to wear a mask to come into the building. Okay, it's just until the county says we're no longer at high risk. So that's why we're all wearing them tonight. We didn't have time to advertise it, but for the reorg meeting, just to let everybody know, the chairs will be back separated again, and there will be a mask mandate. And the sign will be on the door, no mask, no entrance. Okay, with that, I'm going to open the meeting to the public for any questions or comments regarding the health department. Board of Health. Seeing none, we close the meeting to a public and entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
And a second, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, caucus meeting for December 28, 2022. Notice of this meeting has been duly advertised in compliance with the provision of the Open Public Meeting Law. Please be advised that this meeting is being audio recorded for possible later playback. I'm going to skip the flag salute since we already did it. And roll call, please.
Councilman DiDomenico, excused absence. Councilwoman Hess.
Here.
Councilman Lankowski.
Here.
Councilwoman Patton.
Here.
Councilwoman Sinnen.
Here.
President Randolph Sharp.
Yes.
Mayor Roach.
Yes, here. Entertain a motion for payment of bills, please.
Make a motion that bills have been properly audited and signed, be approved for payment.
Second.
Any questions on the bills? Roll call.
Councilwoman Hess.
Yes.
Councilman Lankowski.
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton.
Yes.
Councilwoman Sinnen.
Yes.
President Randolph Sharp.
Yes.
Next, consent agenda. The items listed below are considered routine by the Borough of Lindenwold and will be enacted upon in one motion. There will be no final discussion of these items. If discussion is desired, this item will be removed from the consent agenda and it will be considered separately. Entertain a motion for resolution 2022-219 through 226.
Make a motion for resolution consent agenda items 2022-219-226.
And a second, please.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Hess.
Yes.
Councilman Lankowski.
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton.
Yes.
Councilwoman Sinnen.
Yes.
President Randolph Sharp.
Yes.
The next resolution 2022-227 for Zach Warner.
No.
Wapner. To be promoted to crew supervisor with a CDL class A. Entertain a motion.
Make a motion for resolution consent agenda item 2022-227 for the hiring of Zach Wajner for the supervisor's position.
And a second.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Hess,
Yes.
Councilman Langowski,
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton,
Yes.
Councilwoman Sin,
Yes.
President Randolph Sharp.
Yes.
At this time, I'd like to open the meeting to the public. Anyone in the public wishing to speak, please come to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Don't forget to sign in.
Diane Terry, 637 Fifth Avenue. Mayor, I see on the resolutions, you have animal control and you have an agreement with Homeward Bound. So with that, and I say this all the time, why can we not have TNR? Because what do you think animal control does with the cats that they pick up? They neuter them and they release them right back to where they came from. They just can't have kittens anymore. But if you have TNR, you don't have to have a million cats. People feed the animals, that's not enough. You have to get them fixed. So if we had TNR, we wouldn't have the problem that we have in Lindenwold. There's like 1 million cats, and cats have 3 litters a year. So you're doing this, why can't you just go all the way with TNR? I know you're not going to answer, because you never do.
Anyone else in the public wishing to speak? Seeing none, close the meeting to the public and entertain a motion for adjournment, please. Oh, I'm sorry. Over to the council. Does anybody want to answer any of these questions?
Well, not about TNR.
There's no council reports.
I'm just gonna say Happy New Year.
You can say
That's all.
yeah,
Okay.
if you like.
I just want to announce a couple things, for senior citizens. Bingo sizing, sorry, I never mind. Bingo sizing is still going on. It's virtual. So bingo sizing is basically, you play bingo while you do light exercises. The exercises you can do if you're sitting, you're standing. So it's all virtual. It's every Tuesday and Thursday. There's 2 sessions, a morning one and an afternoon one. And I do have flyers if anybody would be interested in a flyer. Also, the caregiver support group, they've changed it just a little bit. The next one will be January 17th from 12 to 1. Again, it's through Zoom, but they're rotating back and forth. So one month it's going to be during the day from 12 to 1. Another month it's going to be 5:30 to 6:30, just to make it more accessible to people who are working and with schedules. And I have flyers of this also. And in case you know anybody who is a caregiver, Camden County, there's applications online for the Caregiver Relief Fund. I have flyers. It tells you all the information, how you apply, and you have until the 31st of this month to apply, and you'd be eligible up to $1,000 in relief funds. And that's all I wanted to just let everyone know. Thank you.
Bill?
I just wanted to remind everyone that the deadline is approaching for the Anchor program for the state of New Jersey. Everyone should have received something from the state. It's $1,500. Will be paid back to you if you were a homeowner in New Jersey or renter in 2019. Part of the program, you will need a copy of your deed. And if you need that, please don't print the one that you can get offline from the clerk's office. It's printed with a watermark. You'll need to either visit the clerk's office in Voorhees by appointment or Camden to obtain and to purchase a copy of your deed to submit with that. And I'd just like to say to everyone, I hope everyone has a blessed holiday, a safe holiday. Stay safe and enjoy your time. And hopefully we'll see you on the other side for reorg on January 4th.
I'd just like to wish everybody a safe holiday. And just remember, even if you're not drinking New Year's Eve, you still have to drive defensive because you have to watch the other people on the road too. That's all.
Thank you. And I too, and as for the rest of the council, I'm sure we all do, wish everybody a very happy new year. So, entertain a motion for adjournment, please.
Summit.
And a second.
Second.
All in favor?